Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm Dakota, here with my co-host Jordan, and today we're going to be talking about the pre-order for the Necronominus Mythic Legions wave. So I'm hoping I can get this edited in time, but if I do, we are 1 week away from the close of the pre-order. So the clock is ticking, time is running out, and Jordan and I still need to make our final decisions on what we're going to be pre-ordering. And this will be...
I'm deciding between 3 all-ins or 4. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But this will be your first actual pre-order, right, Jordan?
Yeah, because the only Legions I've gotten have been trades or Big Bad Toy Store stuff.
Yeah.
So I have never gotten anything directly from...
Well, I guess you got... I mean, not on pre-order, but you got the Furious 4-pack.
I guess, that's true.
But that was not necessarily... You didn't get the anticipation of waiting and
right, that
pre-ordering.
was kind of like a, hey, here's a hot restock, and I went for it. So
right, yeah.
It's cool to be part of the... I mean, because you see people post the screenshots, and you're kind of like, oh, man, I wish I could have got those when they first came out. You've probably had that. But it's kind of cool to be part of that. Like, there just seems to be so much more excitement about Legions pre-orders for me than Legends pre-orders for the most part.
Definitely.
Like, every once in a while, there's a pre-order that will get people excited. But for the most part, maybe it's that thrill of, like, they're going to sell out, and once they're gone, they're gone. You know?
Right.
And people are kind of like... oh, this Captain America from the Orb Wave is on pre-order, but it'll be there for...
ever, yeah.
forever.
It'll be there until it's on clearance.
Right.
And you're not going to get that with a Mythic Legion, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's a fun thing, and I've kind of been re-looking through the listings and seeing what I want, so...
Yeah. I mean, I love that they have such a big window for pre-orders, and that... I mean, yeah, it kind of takes out some of that thrill of like, oh, get on, pre-order it, and like, don't let it sell out. But it's like they're gonna like give everyone the chance to get as many of whatever they want, and then the pre-order will close. So there's not any worry that you're gonna miss it unless you just start collecting late, or for some reason you weren't able to get in on the pre-order.
Yeah, and you also have a good warning. It's not like this is on sale tomorrow. It's like, oh, well.
And it's like even with the stuff like that, like there is stuff like the Figura Obscura, like that kind of happens, but there's usually multiple windows. So like the all-in is kind of challenging to get because that one sells out pretty quick. But then like Father Christmas was up for several days.
They put him back up too later. So yeah, that doesn't really bother me so much. I mean, I think they give you pretty ample time, and I think they know, you know, they're a bit of an investment, so you kind of need to. It's almost treated like a HasLab, you know, where it's like, hey, this is coming. You got time, you know, if you need to save up or.
It's pretty similar price to a HasLab too, if you're going to get like an all-in or something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, there is something to that, I think, where it really is kind of the quality over quantity, you know. Whereas I think with Legends, that might be why some of them aren't as great, because it feels like they're
just pumping out stuff.
Churning stuff out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, Jordan, should we get into...
All right, sorry.
We'll do a quick like rundown of like everything that's going to be in the pre-order, and maybe we'll kind of talk about whether it's something that if we're going to pre-order it for sure, if it's like, oh, this is definitely going to come home and stay with me, or this is like, this might be an investment and like sell it or trade it, because there are some older Mythic Legions that I would like to get.
That's true.
So trading is definitely the most economical there if you're able to get some of these newer figures. But all right, let's check it out. So we're going on Store Horseman and going into the shop. So we'll just go through these in order. Beluilith is up first. This is one of Necronominus' daughters, but she comes with this skeleton chimera, which that's definitely got me wanting that.
I like how you use chimera.
Yeah, we learned from our last one.
Our faithful viewer who told us what was up.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that like articulated?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's fully articulated. I mean, I think the tail is bendy wire, and yeah, the heads, legs, arms all move. Yeah.
Okay.
So fully articulated chimera.
Wow.
It's not just a statue.
You get that for. I mean, that is it. I don't think I'm. Well, we'll get into that, but for $50,
Yeah.
right off the bat, this is pretty impressive.
I am not 100% sure on the bird, like the skeleton bird, if that's articulated. I would assume that probably the neck moves. Maybe the legs even move, but this one might be a statue, or more statuesque at least, and then the snake is definitely more of the statue type. Yeah.
That bird is cool looking. Dang it, Dakota, I think that could go with some of my stuff.
I think it definitely could. I mean, you get a skeleton snake, you get a skeleton bird, skeleton chimera.
Is that stuck to the thing on her hand, though? Or is it just sitting
I'm not sure if it probably is sculpted.
Sculpted?
I guess that might be better, because otherwise how are you ever going to get that to, unless there's like ports that it could port on there.
Yeah, I was just thinking about getting that just for the bird and the snake and trading away the girl, but...
Really? You would even get rid of the chimera?
Oh yeah, the chimera I'd probably keep.
Okay.
I don't know if that has as much of a... I don't know. It's cool.
Yeah.
I just wish she was a skeleton.
She's got kind of her like Voldemort face.
Where's the Voldemort? Oh yeah.
No nose, and, you know.
Guess I could theoretically just put a skeleton head on there.
Yeah, you could. So, she's one that I'm very on the fence about keeping or selling. I would assume she's, again, all of my investment stuff here is all speculation, but I would assume with this being $50, she's going to easily go for much more in the future.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, $50 seems like a steal for a figure with all this detail, like all the skeleton belt and whip and chains and very detailed, plus 3 animals. Creatures. Yeah, that seems like a good deal to me. So I think she's going to be a pre-order for sure. Mm-hmm. I just am not sure if I'm going to keep her or not.
Okay.
Then we get into the good guy's horse, Bishop. I know that Mythic Legion's horses are the best horses. They just take up quite a bit of room on your shelf. So, like, I would want to keep my horses, like, to a minimum. And I've got my Headless Horseman. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this guy. He does look really good with Sir Heavenbrand on here. Mm-hmm. Or Sir Gideon.
Is that Sir Gideon?
Yeah, Sir Gideon Heavenbrand.
Bishop? Yeah. Yeah, that does look good with him.
But you can also take all the armor off, and then he's just a white horse. Or if you want him to be a skeleton horse, he comes with the skeleton head.
Cool.
If I was gonna get this to keep, I would sell that head right away, because I would only display him as like a good guy's horse, not a skeleton. But he also comes with the giant lance, which is pretty cool. I was actually, kind of a weird segue, but I was just eating these like Krabby Patty shish kebab things that like my grandma got us for Christmas, and after you eat it all, it's kind of like a lance. So I was like, oh, maybe I could use this as a lance for my Mythic Legions. I just think that'd be funny. Anyway, back to the pre-order.
So the backstory there of Bishop, I think, is actually kind of interesting. I just was reading it. He was a lame horse who Sir Gideon was sent to put out of its misery, but he was allowed to pray beside it all night for it to be healed, and the next morning it was miraculously cured, which was deemed a miracle with the healing touch of How do I say that? Etheron.
Yeah, Etheron.
Etheron. So since then, he and Bishop have been inseparable. So,
the backstory does make me kind of like this horse a little bit more too.
Yeah.
So, and I know how you like to know about your characters when you're getting them.
I do like to know that, so that alone makes me a little more interested.
Was he on your list of things you wanted to get, or no?
I don't think so. But again, $65 for a horse.
Mm-hmm. And this is all soft goods, wired, so you can like kind of get it in like a flowing pose, or like if he's like, you know, up on his like back legs, like about to charge, you can kind of get him in those poses too. So
Yeah.
pretty cool. Going from the good horse to the bad guys, we've got Cannabis.
Cannabis? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cannabis? That sounds right.
So the skeleton horse that people were kind of anticipating, but they were like, no way horsemen can do this. This is way too intricate. Boom. They said, here's your skeleton horse. And this one, I am much more interested in this skeleton horse because...
Than the regular horse?
Yeah.
Same.
Because, like, the regular horse is cool, but like I said, I've got my Headless Horseman horse, and, like, yeah, it's... That one can kind of go both ways because it's kind of that darker horse. It's like, that could be a good guy horse, bad guy horse. This one is just a bad-looking horse that I'm digging.
Yeah, I mean, it would go great with a skeleton rider, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, those articulated. Yeah. I mean, I've been very impressed with Alder, the moose, so...
Yeah.
I don't know. Tempting. Ooh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Does any of that stuff come off, you think, or probably not? Doesn't show it, but...
It doesn't show that it comes off, but I would assume... And that's, I guess, like, yes, it probably all could come off, but then I don't know how easy it is to put it back on. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm just
like
curious,
the shield in the back.
if anyone would be able to mod that into, like, just the skeleton.
Yeah, I'm sure if you wanted to, like, it might be a little bit more of a permanent switcheroo, but
I could see some people liking that look though more.
Yeah. So yeah, this is one that is on my list of things that I think I'm gonna have to probably keep. You been swayed either way yet, Jordan, or you're still on the fence
on this
about him?
one?
Yeah.
I'm still on the fence on this one, but this.
Are you going to pre-order him to like sell down the road because he's only 65 here? He's probably going to sell for 100 once he sells out of like online retailers.
And then I just have more time to think if I want him or not.
Exactly.
Or I could just buy him and open him, play with him, and if I don't like him, I could still probably make a trade or sale or something.
Or at least make your money back because these will never be $65 again. Because once these go on like Big Bad Toy Store or Nerdzoic or any of those places, they're going to go from 65 straight to like 75 at least.
What we've seen so far today, this is the one I am most leaning towards. Which I think I'm probably going to get it.
Nice. All right, so that was the horse. We don't really need to spend too much time on these hands and feet packs, but this is just some extra hands for, like, I think this fits on both your Terpiculi and any of your other, like, skeleton, like Maxillius the Harvester, which we'll get into those characters later. But, I mean, some of these hands, like, it would be kind of cool to get pointed hands, especially for, like, the Harvester, but I think he comes with a pointed hand. Feet.
I thought he did, too.
I don't know that I would really need feet, but I guess if you wanted, like that might work out for some of your older skeletons, especially if you wanted to, like, do a little bit of a repaint on some of these instead of having, like, armored feet for your, like, skeletons that are more knights. You can kind of get them into, I don't know, less armored up look, but I really don't have much interest in any of these hands and feet packs. These
neither do
kind
I,
of the
to be honest.
knighted hands, and like even these, like, there's not a ton of difference here. Like, open hands would be kind of cool, I guess, but then you just got different weapon holding hands and fists. Not something that I really need too much because I don't do a lot of the customizing, and like I just do some pop and swap, and I have enough pieces that those probably really would just sit. And while we're doing those, we'll just get the last pack like that. This one, if I was gonna get any to keep of these, this would be it, just because it's more weapons. Sword, knife, spear, and you've got this hammer that could also turn into like a mace, and then 2 shields. Again, though, like, I feel like I would want to paint those shields, and I don't trust my painting skills yet to want to do that, so I would probably let somebody else a little bit more skilled than I take this pack. But I also don't expect that to like bring you in a ton of money. Like they're 14, and $20. Like that's probably what you're going to get out of these. Like maybe you could sell the $14 packs for 20, but a lot of people aren't going to really want these as much as they're going to want some of the figures. So getting into the next figure, we've got Maxillius the Harvester. Go ahead, Jordan. I know you're excited.
I'm definitely in on this guy. I mean, I'm more into the Grim Reaper look rather than the like armor bone stuff. That looks awesome to me.
Yeah.
I like the idea of the plain skeleton too, but now that I've got some other skellies, I don't know if I need 2 of Maxillius. That was my initial plan. I don't know if you remember talking about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But again, $37. You know, like I think you had said, you could just sell off the other stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, like you said, you're not gonna really want his like feather armor, chest thing. Maybe you don't even want his
sand hourglass
of souls. Yeah, and he comes with these 2 heads. Like, would you keep both heads, or are you just gonna keep the normal skeleton head?
I kind of like both heads.
I do too.
Does he have that pointy hand? Can we look?
Yes, he does.
There you go. Yep.
Pointed hand on each side.
Man, he's cool, and that is an amazing value for $37. So
yeah,
I definitely am gonna have to grab him.
Yeah, I mean, I think I definitely want one. I don't know if I would sell everything off, like sell off the extra pieces. Like this stuff still looks cool to me. The Grim Reaper does look pretty good though. I would probably display them both ways. Maybe like around like Halloween time, I'd be more Grim Reaper style, but I do like the bone armor stuff.
I'd maybe be tempted to keep that too once I see it in person.
Yeah, but yeah, this is soft goods robe, and they showed his articulation on one of their like recent posts on Facebook and Instagram, and pretty well articulated. It looks good. So yeah, this is one I'm definitely ordering to keep. This is one that I could see doing pretty well in the aftermarket because it's going to be so popular. Like people are excited about this guy. And people, like if you want to display all 3 of these, you're going to need 3 of this. And it's only $37. So that's seems pretty cheap for the options you have. And I think he's going to sell out pretty quick on the like Big Bad Toy Store, all those like approved retailers. So
Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Walgreens exclusive Mythic Legions. You imagine how mad people would be?
Oh yeah, that's. I think I had seen that they're going to be done with Walgreens exclusives. Just Marvel Legends side note. Moonstone, I think, is the last one. Fingers crossed that that's true. All right, another one that I think you're a little more into is Necronominus. Let's see. He is crazy detailed. He's a little bit more deluxe. He's $60, but he comes with the wings. And these are brand new skeleton wings too. Soft goods. I don't think that this cape is wired, but all of his like strap or like scarf, sash. Yeah, those things are all wired. And I don't know about this thing being wired. The like bone thing coming off of his gems that might be wired, but don't take my word for it. But the detail on this, he's got like a scythe with a skeleton holding another scythe. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. So I think that looks pretty cool. No pointed hand on him. But what do you think here, Jordan? Is this one that you're gonna get and keep, or
disappoint you, Dakota, and say, at least personally for me, this one is going to, I think, be a pass.
Okay.
I feel like he's almost got a little too much going on for me.
I can see that. I mean, he's probably going to come in a box kind of like Arethyr and Alithia, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. But yeah, too much. I can totally see that.
I don't know. I mean, I could see, like, I like the execution of, like, the wings look cool. I could kind of do without, like, I guess maybe I don't know. Then he'd look kind of weird if you took some of that stuff off. So
yeah, I mean I
don't know.
Crown...
I'm much more into Maxillius is where I'm gonna get my skelly fix, I think.
Yeah, the crown looks a little weird to me, but I know it goes off of, I can't remember what the name of the character is, but he's got a daughter that has a similar crown. So it kind of makes sense to kind of like incorporate that. Yeah, this is one that, like, again, $60 right now. Arethyr and Alithia go for $100-ish right now. So it's like you could definitely make some money back on this one. So
yeah.
I mean, spoiler, I'm really leaning towards an all-in, but this would be one that I would be probably selling. Because I've got Alithia right now. I'm going to sell her, maybe to even make money for this pre-order. But, I mean, these are the horsemen, so they're going to, if you held on to these for a while, I think they're going to go up. Because you're going to want your, like, top 4 bad guys, and this is one of the top 4.
If I get Poxus, which I am, I mean, am I going to have to get all 4?
I don't know. I think Arethyr looks cool. I'm on the fence about, just because, like, you know how I, like, can't hold on to figures that are more valuable, because then I can, like, sell Arethyr and I can get, like, 3 of these. And it's like,
yeah.
But I do like Arethyr. I like the fire. I like the red wings. I'm probably going to end up keeping him. I just haven't opened him in case I need money for a pre-order. All right. So that was Necronominus. We've got the all-in, but we'll kind of come back to that. We've got the 2-pack. This is one that I'm kind of debating on, just because when they do these 2-packs, you don't really see these on secondary retailers at all. Maybe they do come up there, but, like, they seem to sell out very fast.
Okay, I think I have my plan.
Oh, okay. You gonna get what's your plan?
Well, it makes way more, because the horse was 65. This one's 110.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
So horse is 65. Necronominus is 60. Yeah.
So you'd be paying $45 for Necronominus essentially at that point. Because I definitely think I want skeleton horse.
Okay.
But then maybe at that point I could have Necronominus to maybe trade for some older ones or that I want, or maybe I don't know. Or I could just use this to check out Necronominus, because maybe I'll see him and say, wow, he's great.
Yeah. You know? See, my plan with this was to just flip this, because it's 110 right now, but, like, the Arethyr 2-pack, I believe, is going for 200, maybe even 250.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's like, this is going to be one of the more rare pieces. With, I think this one would have a good potential for being able to build up the funds again to do another pre-order.
Yeah. I think with Legions, though, it has that, because, I don't know, I guess the people who have older Legions, though, probably aren't looking to, like, trade for newer ones necessarily.
Right.
So.
Yeah, it is mainly newer folks, or, like, people that, like, maybe took some time off of Legions and then are coming back. Right. But, like, the fan base is expanding pretty. It seems like much more than where it was. So yeah, this one, I don't know, because since you're not planning on doing an all-in, I would almost lean towards getting 2 of these so that you can keep your one and keep one sealed. Just for the value of it.
It's true.
But that's me. I don't know. It is $110, so it's a little bit more of a investment, but I think it's going to pay off. But again, this is all speculation, so, don't take my word for it. All right, then we got Sir Alrick, and I was on the fence about him from the beginning, just because I was like, I don't really love the colors. Like, he looks pretty Mardi Gras to me. But then, like, his backstory is, like, he's, like, crazy rich, but still chooses to, like, fight for the, like, I don't know, all the good, and, like, uses...
Skeleton face?
Yeah, so he comes with a skeleton face as well. And then, so, I don't know if it shows, but he's got 2, like, this face shield that he's got, this one. He comes with 2 of those, so it'll have, like, a gash in the faceplate where he's got a scar on his face. So it kind of, like, lines up with that. So I think that's kind of a cool touch. You get 2 swappable faceplates. But then he's got, like, this feather plume, which is the first time they've ever done, like, this multi-feather, like, where it's all, like, separated like this. So I know some people were kind of excited that this is like a new part that we're going to be getting more of in the future. This shield, and then extra hands. These are pretty detailed shoulder pauldrons. Like he's got the Arethyr logo on it, and then the wings. The faceplate is swappable. Like the face comes off, and you can swap it. It's not swappable with anything other than the skeleton right now, but this is probably how they're going to start doing more of the heads. So down the road, you're probably going to get some swappable options there. He's got this mace. He's got a dagger, and then the long spear. So this one, if I'm doing the all-in, this guy will probably end up getting sold off just because he's cool, but I don't know that he's cool enough to take up shelf space.
Yeah, this one's a hard pass for me.
Makes sense.
Same critiques of maybe the...
Sir Elijah, though, is a little bit more challenging to me because I do like the look of the Templars. I like this extra helmeted head. That's pretty cool. I also like this hammer. He's got the swappable faceplate as well, but it doesn't swap with Sir Alrick. So again, this will be down the road. He also comes with the skeleton head. I like the skeleton look here. This looks good.
Oh man, they might have just got me.
Because I
don't think I noticed that.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun to have.
Hammer, shoulder pauldrons, 2 heads, swappable faceplate, extra hands, dagger, sword, shield, and then you've got your faceplate.
Dang.
And this is all soft goods too. So the chest and like skirt piece are all soft goods.
Yeah.
Which soft goods figure for $37 is pretty crazy. And then this you can also, look, they don't have any pictures on here, but you can take all those soft goods off, and then it's just like a regular armored knight. So you don't have to have the soft goods displayed if you don't want to. But I would probably have them displayed like this. You would probably have them displayed like this.
I would. Absolutely. Yeah, that would be how I'd display them.
I am.
Not for sure.
Yeah, I'm on the fence.
It's a maybe.
Because I don't know. So far, this is brand new soft goods stuff. So like maybe this ends up being really good, but I've never been a huge fan of soft goods. But I don't know. Looking at this now and we're talking, it's kind of pushing me towards wanting to keep it. But again, if I'm doing the all-in, I don't have to decide right now. And again, you're going to be able to sell this for probably $50 when it comes out. So I'll be able to make a little bit of that money back. But it's just kind of like, how much money am I going to be making back when I get all these in hand and I realize they're all super cool and keep them all. But yeah, this skeleton head is, I like the chainmail hood. That's a cool touch. Would this be a good guy on your skeleton army, or is he going to join Tibius and be a... Or wait, not Tibius. Who's your good guy? Is it Tibius?
In my headcanon, I want Tibius to be a heroic skeleton.
Okay. Is he going to join?
This guy seems like he should also be part of that heroic crew. Maybe my other skellies, the more... I mean, if I'm getting the Grim Reaper type, got my troop builder. I kind of want another troop build. Well, you have the one skeleton for me, so I guess we'll...
Yeah. That's like, who is he? I can't remember. The one with the axe.
I don't know. He seems kind of evil to me.
Yeah, he does look a little evil. I think it'd be cool to take like this head, like the hooded chainmail with the skeleton head, and put that on your deluxe.
I was just thinking that.
Legion builder,
I don't know
Dark
how that
Templar.
would look, but yeah.
So that's a cool one. I don't know. I'm leaning towards keeping him now, which is not good. I need to be selling some of this stuff so I can pay for this pre-order. Sir Gideon Heavenbrand. Jordan, I don't think you're super interested in him, are you?
No. Once again, just a little too busy for me.
See, I think he would be a keeper for me. Like this shield, that's insane detail. For $37, soft goods, just like the last one. The double straps over the chest is cool. This side shoulder pauldron, I get that side, with the Arethyr head on it. crazy. So he comes with like this sword. Look at that sword. It's friggin' sweet. I think that's a specific sword too. Can't remember what it's called, but like it's like Arathir's sword, I think. Shoulder pauldrons, extra hands. That's a pretty detailed, like leather looking sheath too.
Sheath, yeah.
Sheath for your dagger too. This is pretty similar to like the 2-pack Gorgo Aether Blade and Attila Leosaur, right? Yeah, they've got shields like that. And one of the figures in All Stars 5 Plus has the Xylona Flock like shield with the deer on it.
Yeah. He's
got the faceplate that comes down. He doesn't come with a skeleton head, but look good on the bishop. So this is what, like, having him does make me want to keep bishop a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think I'm going to have the space for it, unfortunately, right now. Maybe down the road I'll get some more horses, but yeah.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be a keeper for me, I think.
Pass for me, but
all right,
I understand your desire.
My biggest keep is going to be Sirus Jack. This guy looks friggin' awesome because he's going to be like towering over your other knights. He's 9-inch scaled, so big. I don't have anybody this big yet in my legions yet, but I'm excited. Look at this hammer, Jordan. You're going to tell me that you don't want this guy just for his ginormous hammer?
Yeah, I like the skeleton head.
Yeah, he's got the skeleton head as well, which I think...
Yeah, I don't know, man.
You're crazy. That's all there is to it, Jordan. You're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's very true, but I don't know if it has to do with me not wanting Sirus Jack.
Sirus Jack? You just say it fast enough and it sounds right.
Jack.
Jack.
Right. So how tall? This is ogre scale, it says.
Yeah.
So what is that?
9-inch scaled.
All right.
So, I don't know. I'm the most excited for him. If I had to only pick one figure out of this wave to get, it would be him.
Really?
Yes.
I just
Forget
don't even
the skeletons.
think he's that cool looking, man.
Dude, you're insane.
I'm not saying I'm opposed to like the idea of an ogre knight does sound cool, but
I love the silver and gold
his heads
and purple.
Real quick. Can you bring up his heads? Like, you can't even tell he's an ogre, really.
I don't need to tell that he's an ogre. He's a giant knight. He could be a giant. I don't care if he's an ogre. He's a large knight. That's what I like.
Yeah, I just think he could have been a little more ogre-y.
Yeah, he's got a whole, like, Viking face on his hammer.
If you come with the swappable Shrek head, I think so.
I could see maybe somebody's already done it, like a 3D printing. Yeah, that would be funny. Yeah, no, this is my number one. Like, and I don't ever think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm ever gonna display him with the skeleton head.
Yeah, I think that kind of looks lame. But
I think that's gonna fit better with like some of your other ogres, and like you could like kind of turn them into like,
right,
half skeleton, half ogre type of like decaying type of figures.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily for this guy, but happy to get an extra head.
Right.
We get into my probably actually second favorite of this wave is the Terpiculi. This guy, I think, is a cool, like, I would want to build an army of him if I had unlimited funds.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks cool. I like the multiple arms, which you don't have to have multiple arms. You could take the back arms off. You could take off the wings. Like, he's kind of got these, like, spiky wing look things.
Mm-hmm.
You can switch the arms around, so if you want the long arms in the back and the short arms in the front, you can do that. I think he's got multiple heads. So he's got this antlered head, which is probably how I would display him, and then he's got the non-antlered head. He's got kind of a bone knife, a few different hands, 2 swords, some more hands. So yeah. So I think these ones down here are for the smaller set of arms, and then these are for the bigger set of arms.
That makes sense.
what do you think, Jordan? You going to get him? I really want you to have him to fight your Doctor Strange, but
I know you do. I mean, again, though, $45. It's hard to argue with that price tag for what looks to be a pretty detailed, multi-armed. He's a 6-inch, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Which I'm kind of like, I wish I could get a 9-inch version of him too.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he was ogre scale, I'd be like, I wouldn't mind it being a little more. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He is a skeleton monster. At the end of the day, he's a monster skeleton. So.
It's like, what else do you collect other than monsters and skeletons?
That is honestly becoming my main purchases these days. So maybe he fits in great.
Pretty sure the tail is bendy wire. Again, I'm not so big on bendy wire tails, but still, it's better than just being like totally sculpted and you can't move it ever.
Right.
Yeah, I'm getting one of him for sure, and he's staying with me. So.
Dude, it sounds like you're keeping like all of these.
I'm gonna have to go through these and see which ones I'm selling at the end.
Okay, I want 2 of this guy.
Okay,
I've decided. Getting
Ooh,
2
nice.
of him.
All right, so he's only $55, but look at all this stuff you get with him. He's got multiple hands and feet, 4 heads.
That is crazy.
2 sets of arms, and just what has he got? Like a spear axe thing, a sword, a mace, a chain. Different neck collars. Here's all of the options you have to build. So you've got kind of this zombie look. You've got the zombie with the jaw falling off. You've got the kind of more ghost,
Mystic
spectral.
Ice ghost.
Yeah. And then you've got this more like zombie ghoul face, which they said this is going to be glow in the, like these 2 like clear colored sculpts are going to be glow in the dark, which I really like my Hagnon. He's glow in the dark. They hadn't decided, at least when they did the reveal, they hadn't decided what color the glow was going to be. But yeah, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Although, as cool as it looks, I don't think I'm going to keep this one.
Really?
Because that's the thing is, like, I don't want one of these. I want 4 or 10 of them. And I'm not going to spend the money to get 4 or 10 of these. And I don't have the space for that. So, like, these would be really cool army builders. Like, I would love to have a whole army of the undead, like, going after my, like, Sir Gideon's Heavenbrand and, like, some other knights.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I just want to display one of them. So I think that's a good idea. You're getting 2 of them. So, like, then you can have either, like, 2... you're probably going to have, like, the zombies displayed, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't know if I'm real into the other heads, but maybe occasionally I'd pop one on for fun.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is, like, you can probably sell off these, because these will go well with, like, other figures, too. Like, it's just the legs and head, so they could fit on, like, your whatever other knights or things like that to make them into, like, ghost-type figures. Yeah. So, yeah, even though it only comes with 1 torso, which I'm kind of, like, I would have liked to have more torso to it. But then I guess that pretty much just makes it a 2-pack instead of a single figure. But yeah, there's everything all laid out too.
Oh wow, that is quite a bit of stuff.
So yeah, you got these like smoke effects I think poured into the eyes. 2 different like misting effects: spear, sword, 2 zombie heads, 2 ghost heads, mace, pauldrons, 2 neck collars, that same belt that you get with everything else, shackles, zombie hands. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of those. 4 sets of ghost hands. You're set.
You're set.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this one when you get it, but
yeah,
like I said, probably not gonna stick with me. You said, I'm keeping everything. I need to sell something.
I get it. That makes sense.
All right, so that was everything.
So I think I have my preliminary numbers.
All right, what is your preliminary?
Okay, I'm thinking 1 Maxillius.
Okay.
2 of my builders.
Okay.
And then maybe 2 of the Necronominus Cannabis 2-packs.
Okay.
But at that point, how much am I at?
1, 2. So 220 plus 37 plus 55. Let's grab out the calculator. I'm not going to be fast enough at that. 37 plus 55. So you're at 312 before shipping.
Yeah, I think that would be my numbers, dude.
Okay.
I know you really want me to get that Terpiculi, but
that's all right, Jordan. It's all right to disappoint me sometimes.
Right, but so that's my preliminary thought. I don't know. Might change.
All right. So I think I'm going to go... My goal is to go all in. Mm-hmm. Then the question is, do I also add in the Necronominus Cannabis 2-pack? Because then that's going to bring up my total, even before shipping, is going to be 670. So I would expect that whole order is going to be $700. Eesh. That's a hit.
It's a lot of cash.
That is a lot of cash. But like with Beluilith, I'm on the fence. I don't know. Like it would probably depend on
how soon would you be able to make money on these?
I mean, I think immediately you would be able to sell like all of them for retail, which is going to be like $10 to $20 over what you're paying here.
Yeah, I guess for me, it's like by the time you do all that, I don't know if it's worth it. But
see, that's the other thing too, is like I don't know when we're gonna like move into the van. So then maybe it's like I'm forced to hold these for a little bit longer than I typically would, and then that brings up their price too. Then that's gonna be the problem. Is like Sirus Jack goes up to like a $200 figure. I don't want to get rid of him, but also I want to make $200 if I could. But anyway, that's way speculation. So yeah, Beluilith on the fence. I would probably lean towards selling her just because, like you said, I've got too many that I'm trying to keep. Bishop, putting him out to pasture. He's gone. Cannabis, leaning towards keeping. Hands, feet, they're gone. Maxillius the Harvester, leaning towards keeping, but I could easily be persuaded to sell him, actually. Necronominus, sell for sure. 2-pack, sell for sure. Terpiculi, keep. Sirus Jack, keep. Sir Gideon, keep. Elijah, probably leaning... I'm pretty 50-50 on him, honestly. Like, the skeleton head makes me want to keep him, but I kind of like the regular Templar Knight look better.
Yeah.
But the regular Templars are like $85 right now. Yeah. And 37 is much easier to get into. So that's kind of where I'm leaning towards keeping him. Sir Alrick, sell. Undead Builder, sell. This extra stuff, sell. So I'm going to have to run the numbers on these again just to see like how much I actually could make back. But
right.
Overall, this is a crazy good wave. But that's the other thing too, is like, do I want to blow all of my like money on this right now because we're going to have another Necronominus order coming this spring? So, shoot. I don't know. Like I said, if I had to only choose...
These are the questions.
If I had to be very selective in my ordering, I would order Sirus Jack, Terpiculi, and probably Sir Gideon. Those 3 would be my order.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping to get everything because, trade and sell. Because I really am shifting into, like, collecting mostly Mythic Legions with a little bit of, like, Marvel and DC. But, like, the majority of my collecting funds are going to be going towards Mythic Legions now. Yeah. So,
makes sense.
Hopefully, I don't know. Let us know what you guys are going to be ordering. Like, should I be just like, Dakota, chill out. You do not need an all-in here. Should Jordan be like really pushing his chips into Mythic Legions? Like this, we're going to the moon, baby. Buy them all. Because I know some people go crazy. Like they get multiple all-ins with extras, and it's not on the cards to do that for this one.
That's a hard pass from me.
Yeah. So, and I think I really like the idea of like, because this next one is going to be like an All-Star Plus wave with Necronominus characters. Mm-hmm. So I've got some pretty high hopes for what we're going to be getting. But I mean, we'll talk about, maybe we could do like a speculation of like which characters we think they're going to have. But I think there should be a vote coming soon for voting on the 3 All-Star figures. So maybe you'll be able to get some of those older skeletons.
I love it. Sign me up.
So yeah, let us know what you guys are ordering. Which ones are your like for sure keepers, like best in the wave? Are you going to do an all-in to sell off some to try to justify some of your purchases by lessening the cost for yourself? Tell us what's up in the comments. We respond to everything. Make sure you're subscribed. We're going to be doing some giveaways coming up. And until next time, stay strong.